This is what Jesus is talking about. Now, let me show you what I mean. These Pharisees, don't you remember in John chapter 8? Write it down. In John chapter 8, it was this fellow's crowd that brought a woman to Jesus. Listen carefully. They brought this woman. They didn't just report on her. They brought this woman to Jesus. And they said, we caught this. We caught this. This ain't nothing we stumble upon. We caught this. We caught this woman, the text says, in the very act of adultery. Now, ain't but two ways to catch somebody. Ain't but two. I'm talking about catch. Now, you may trip up on something before or just happen to stumble up on something after, but to actually catch in the act, ain't but two ways. You was either peeping well, I ain't even thought about that. You were either peeping or what? No, you ain't gonna tell on yourself. But hold that thought. You are either peeping or you set it up. I'm talking about to catch it. Ain't but one way to catch a fish. You got to set it up. You got to bait the hook. Ain't no fishes biting the unbaited hook. Jesus, we caught this woman in the very act. They were either peeping or they set it up. Now, how can I make that kind of conclusion? I can do that because if they caught her, she had a partner. Now, I'm still looking in the text. I still ain't found the other person. She wasn't doing it alone, but we what? Caught her. But we caught her. No, we didn't hear about it. We didn't read about it. This wasn't hearsay. We caught her in the very act. Now, if I caught her in the act, two of them was there. They never brought the guy. And our churches have been guilty of the same thing. How many of y'all remember them tragic days when if a young lady got pregnant, man, the church turned into a courtroom equipped with judge, jury, prosecutor, and no representative for the defense. Marched the girl down the aisle, family feeling all bad, shame. And they would vote. Man, I saw it. It was a scene. Brother Pastor, I'd like to make a motion that we withdraw the right hand of fellowship from this girl. Now my question is, and I'm taking from your sermon, but my question is, what are they punishing her for doing it or for getting pregnant? Y'all ain't listening to me. I'm talking about why folk leave as if they ain't never done nothing themselves. I don't know no church got them kind of people. Well, they ain't never done no evil, ain't never seen no evil, ain't never heard no evil. They've been righteous all their life. They ain't never drank nothing. They ain't never smoked nothing. They ain't never snorted nothing. They ain't never sniffed nothing. They ain't never went nowhere. They ain't never went with nobody. They just been pure and holy all of their lives. For that person, I got one sentence for you. You are a liar. And the truth is not in you. All have sinned. Everybody has sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. I give you one better. The text says, at our best, Lord have mercy, at our best, we are but as filthy rags in His sight. Now, let me mess with your senses a minute. Just give me a second. There was a gentleman, and there is a gentleman that every now and then comes to the food ministry to eat. And I doubt if he's probably changed clothes all year. He don't have to say nothing. When he walks in, it's just a few minutes, and the room is fumigated, and folks start gagging and getting up, going out, opening the door to get air. And listen at my comparison. Because the rags is one thing, but when it says filthy, that means it stinks. Ain't nothing that's filthy don't stink. If at my best I'm a filthy rag, where am I on the scale of repulsiveness? Less than my best. Am I in any shape to be pointing my finger at anybody and I'm stinking too? Stink is stink. Filthy is filthy. I'm not that clean. I'm not that holy. I'm not that pure. I have not arrived to the point that I can turn around and say, God, I thank you that I ain't like this nothing, nobody, filthy, unworthy person. Jesus, we caught this woman in the very act. Now let me show you why I know some peeping was going on. Put this down. In Galatians 2, there was an argument going on in the church at that time in Galatia. And a fellow named Titus had been a convert. He was a Gentile. Turn to it. Galatians 2, I think.